political systems, or what will resolve this?
Yeah, I think, thank you, Sam. I think when we reconstitute the selection panel, it will give us a chance to ensure that that process of selecting the commissioners is that team that does the work of selecting commissioners is comprised of individuals that are fairly balanced in terms of the two political party formations in the country. And because really what we were unhappy about is that the whole of that team was, in our opinion, skewed in favor of Kenya Kwanza. First, I can tell you that this is a political process. So you cannot leave the major political players out of it. And that is exactly what this selection panel has done. Because even on the matter of Parliamentary Service Commission, in essence, giving members, because previously there were 4, it would have been 2 from the Azimio side and 2 from the Kenya Kwanza side. But what has happened is that now the number was reduced to 2. But Parliamentary Service Commission, not the political parties within Parliament, Parliamentary Service Commission single-handedly made a decision. And remember, the commission, even Parliamentary Service Commission, democratically has more members of Kenya Kwanza than the ones of Azimio. So they made a decision. I think they advertised, got some individuals whom we don't even know. So I think the process required that Azimio sits and also presents a member to that commission, or 2 members. So we feel that the whole thing was skewed. Previously, we were supposed to... No, we haven't. This time we didn't. The Parliamentary Service Commission gave the membership. Azimio did not. Now, and I think even obviously both would have been skewed towards Kenya Kwanza. Now, again, look at the Public Service Commission has been introduced to be able to also give, you know, a member to this panel. Now, the Public Service Commission basically is part of the executive, works directly under the president. So how can they make a decision independent of the executive? So for us, we feel that the selection panel was already skewed. And I think that's why even Kenya Kwanza, in their wisdom, realized that they couldn't get away with it. And they've agreed that we have discussions around that topic so that we can come up with a selection panel that is fair. In the US, for example, when you're accused and taken to court, they have this jury system where they take people to be able to make a decision on the final verdict. Now, what happens is that the two competing councils are allowed an opportunity to make a decision on who can sit in that jury and who cannot. And I think that's exactly what we want, to be given an opportunity to be able to say this person cannot be a commissioner because we know that they will probably be playing to the tune of Kenya Kwanza. And they will also get an opportunity to reject any of the people we propose. So I think the selection panel is critical, Sam, and I think these bipartisan talks can actually resolve that.
So if the High Court already said that you cannot have Parliamentary Service Commission having 4 out of 7, which is more than majority, so what will you do? What are the options that you have?
You know, Sam, the reason, let me tell you, we are not made so that we serve the laws. The laws are made so that they can serve us. And for me, I think for the High Court to even make a decision and say that we cannot have political players handling a political process, I think that for me was already a blunder. And let me say that there is nothing that is, there is no decision made by a court of law that cannot be overturned. Even that
no one has appealed against it.
Yeah, but you see, that's why we want, that's the reason why we want to sit as Parliament and be able to make a decision on that particular matter. So once we make a decision, you know, some days, there are times I ask myself, why is there always conflict? And in some cases when Parliament makes a decision, passes a law, and then a court of law sits and says this is not correct. Because Parliament has the mandate by the people to be able to sit and decide what can work for the country. So for me, I think when we pass a law, this business of the courts continuously shutting down and sending back laws to the House, I think is wrong. Because we cannot, both of us, make laws. Parliament makes a law. The courts are supposed to interpret the law.
Okay. Honorable Koech, do you have a proposed solution? Because if 4 out of 7 is the problem,